welcome to BOSU Flow. To begin your practice, go ahead and roll your mat out, and at the top front quarter of the mat, you'll place your BOSU with the two corners of it facing out left and right. And then to begin our practice, we'll start in a cross-legged seat, and we'll save the BOSU for a few moments later. With your hands on your knees, let's take a meditation. So drop your shoulders, lift the crown, close your eyes, and very softly seal your lips together as you begin to breathe through your nose, all the way down into the lower lobes of your lungs, so that the middle of your back expands as you fully inhale. And on the exhale, the rib cage and waist funnel in and down towards the midline, hugging in the abdominal cavity, shrinking the waist. Keep that connection, and then your next inhalation is just into the rib cage and lungs. Nice and slow exhaling. Breathe in so that the pace is even. There's intention with depth and width and nourishment. Through our practice, we'll continue to create more space and awareness for deeper, more full breathing practice. On your next inhale, flutter your eyes open, bring your heart forward. Exhale, turn your chest to the left, around to the back, and inhale to the right and the front. Big circles with the shoulders and the rib cage. Think of your pelvis like a wooden bowl, and your spine like one of those long handled wooden spoons. We're starting today by stirring up the contents of the bowl. Breathe in a pattern with the movement. That's what creates the flow in our practice. The next time you're at the front, change, circling to the right, around to the back, over to the left, and forward. If you feel any ridges or edges in your circle, try to smooth those out. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. We'll come back through center, and if it's okay, switch out your front leg. Bring your left hand all the way over to your right knee and your right hand behind you. Turn your chest and chin to the right. Inhale, sit up tall. And on the exhale, twist a little deeper towards the back, right side. It's just the upper body turning. Abdominals are in. The arm bones are rolling in and down. The chest stays lifted. And the neck long. Take a deep breath in and take your right arm straight up high to the ceiling. And exhale then to the left. You're just going to drop the left shoulder and ear from the grip of your right knee with your hand and roll your right shoulder back. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, bring your right hand to your left knee and slide your left hand behind your back. Inhale as you sit up tall. Turn to the back left corner, and on the exhale, find a deeper twist and a longer spine. Wherever you feel the pull, the stretch, expand from an inner perspective with your inhalations. Sitting up a little more on the sitting bones, take a deep breath in. Stretch your left arm straight up high beside your ear. Exhale, drop your right shoulder and your right ear to the right. Feel the left side waist and rib cage stretching and opening. The left shoulder rolling back. Reach out, stretch out, inhale. And exhale, coming all the way back up to an upright position. Let's come to all fours. Facing the BOSU. First stacking your knees and your feet hips distance apart, underneath your hips, and then I'm going to bring my forearms down like the forearm plate, interlacing my fingers. My forearms are framing out the center sticker on the BOSU. Now what's important is that as I come into this pose, I keep even weight throughout the entire forearm from my elbow to my wrist. So from here, abdominal muscles in, flex the feet, Without letting my hips drop, lift the knees to a forearm plank. And then just pause here and feel how the weight wants to rock into the elbows. Push down into the outer wrist. Slight tucking under of the tailbone so that you can really scoop your low belly muscles in. And then imagine on your lower back, a tray with a hot cup of coffee filled to the rim. Don't spill it, bend your right knee almost to the floor. Switch your legs. Switch your legs. Switch. One more time. Bend. Switch. And both knees to the floor. Then press up onto your hands. We're going to come into a spinal balance. So flex your right foot and slide it straight back. Dial your outer right hip down and flex your right heel. Keep the belly pulled in and take your left arm straight out in front of you. And then feel the weight in your right hand, not dumping into the wrist. Stretch out, reach out, and inhale. Lower your left hand and step your right foot up onto the BOSU on the exhale. Top of your left foot dragging forward, keeping the right foot flat. Just come up onto the right knee. Pausing here, feeling your right foot, finding center, abdominals in. Lift the chest, inhale. Option to sweep the arms out and up. Keep dragging your back foot forward and lifting up. The same way that when you fill a balloon with air, it floats. The upper body is light and lifted. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, lower your hands for half split. Just straighten out the right leg. I'm going to scoot my right foot up a little higher. Lift the chest, lift the hips, and exhale, fold. Dialing your outer right hip down, pulling it back, but keeping your right big toe hugging in towards the center. All right, take a deep breath in, your heart. And as you bend the right knee on the exhale, slide your right foot back to meet your left. This time, hands. Spread the fingers, rock your shoulders forward over your wrists. So with the abdominals in, flex your feet, don't drop your hips, lift your knees. I'm going to pause here and just wiggle around a little bit. Make sure your fingers are bent because they're squeezing. No hyperextending of your joints. Pausing here, walk your feet together at the back of the mat. Keep your hands both down on the BOSU and drop your feet over to the right for a twisted plank. Notice how the weight wants to move around into the right palm. Press into the left hand. Feet are stacked, knees and hips are stacked. On an inhale, come up onto the toes, hold it. Exhale, drop your heels to the left. Keep your hands. Even out the weight. Turn your hips. Stack the pelvis, the knees, and the ankles. Hold your twisted plank, inhale. Exhale, come back up onto the toes. Shift forward and lower your knees, separating the feet and knees hips distance apart for spinal balance to the left. Flex your left foot, feet straight back with the heel. Right arm forward. And it's the weight in the left hand, right? Try not to dump into the wrist. Push into the fingertips as you squeeze. Take a deep breath in as you blink and push up through the heel. Right hand down, exhale. Step your left foot through, all the way up to the top. You can smudge around. That's the nice thing about doing things at home, right? You can grunt a little bit if you need to. Find even weight in your left foot. Top of the right foot, pull it forward. Those are your roots. Bring your hands to the top of your left knee and then lean your shoulders back over your hips. Keep the abdominals hugged in. Ooh, stay tall. This side's much more unstable for me than the other. Option to stay here or as you lift the chest, sweep the arms out and up so you can reach up and lift up. You're using your fingers, your arms, your crown, your spine like an antenna stretching out of the floor. Hold it here and feel all those wobbles. Take a deep breath in. Lower your hands. I'm going to smudge my left foot slightly forward and on the exhale, straightening out the left knee. Lifting the hips, lifting the heart. Inhale, spread your toes. Exhale, fold, half split pose. Of course, whatever other props you have handy, maybe you'd like to use some blocks, that's no problem. Always accommodating for healthy alignment and energy. Feel your feet hug tugging towards each other so you can spin the thighs back and lift your chest. Working on establishing a healthy posture. Take a deep breath in. And as you rock forward, slide that left foot back to meet the right. Walk your hands down onto the mat with BOSU. Downward facing dog, lift your hips. I'm not here very long, so if your dog is short, it's okay. Just work on the lifting of the sitting bones and lots of space around your neck and shoulders. On your next inhale, sweep your right leg up high, scorpion pose. Feel the hips turning to the right, but the shoulders staying squared off to the floor. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, cheetah to the center. Shift forward like a plank. Bring your knee to your nose and squeeze. Look forward. You're gonna bring that right foot all the way up onto the BOSU. Kind of hop around a little bit. We're gonna set up for a lunge. Keep your left leg straight and your left heel pushing forward. Look forward. Chest up, belly in, hands to the right knee first, just lifting the upper body. You can stay right here. Keep your legs engaged. Keep the abdominals in and your breath freely moving through. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. High crescent pose. I told you that left side was wobbly, so when we get to the other leg, you might see me struggling. Take an inhale right here. Warrior 2, exhale, just the back foot slowly. Turn the back foot out and stretch your wrist out over the ankles. A nice deep bend in the right knee. Feel your thigh bones rolling open, the middle 3 toes lifting, and the 4 corners of your feet grounded. Flip your right palm and inhale, peaceful warrior, sweep it back. Keep crawling your left hand down your left leg and bend your right knee. Keep bending your right knee, inhale. Stay low. Exhale, side angle pose. Pelvis is steady. There's a 90-degree angle here at your hip crease. Right forearm down. Sweep the left arm over. Let's this time take a half bind. Left arm. Turn the arm bone in. So thumb down. Slide your hand behind your hip towards the right inner leg. Just using your arms to find more twist and more external rotation of your thighs. Keep your left leg long and straight. Just barely heel toe it in to shorten the stance. Release your bind and inhale. Straighten your right knee, lift your shoulders, and sweep your right arm all the way back. And with your right shoulder rolled open, look down your left leg, crawl down, and push your right foot into the BOSU. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, triangle pose. It's the pelvis moving. Pour like a teapot. Up and over the right thigh, fingertips to the foot, the shin, even the BOSU. Keep lifting your hips, right? So we want the pelvis to tip to the right. Stack your shoulders like you're leaning back up against a wall. Breathing deeply here. Right big toe firmly pressing into the BOSU. Those sitting bones lifting up. And the right rib cage underneath is rolling open to the left towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower your left hand to the BOSU. You're going to frame out your right foot. Bend your right knee and hop your left foot just an inch or 2 forward and a little off to the left. And then straighten your right leg again. It's a variation of pyramid pose. Turn your sitting bones straight to the back of the room and lift them up high to lengthen the hamstrings. Look at your feet, spread the toes. Lift your heart, inhale. Exhale, fold down for your right leg. You have the option to stay here in pyramid pose, or we'll set it for revolve triangle. Spider up your fingers and straighten your arms. Keep lifting your sitting bones up. Inhale. Option to open up to the right. Taking your right arm up, twisting your spine. It is so important here to feel the details of the 4 corners of the feet. To keep that lightness and upness in your core. Take one more breath in. And with the right hand down on the exhale, bend your right knee and set your left foot up for warrior 1. Sitting bones still back. I'm going to start by creating an arch in in the lower spine, and then I'm going to ride the arch all the way up as I lift my chest. Hips still facing forward, abdominals in, heart up high, and then as I reach the arms up, the fingertips, they complete my back bend. So from the hips to the fingers, curve. You can take your hands and make a basket here behind the head. And then let the head drop back into the pinky side of the palm and point your elbows up to stretch through the sides of the body. Take a deep breath in. Lift your head, arms out wide on the exhale, thumbs down, hands sweep behind the back. Interlace your fingers and push off the BOSU and step your right foot to the right. Come up a little close to that front half of your mat. Inhale, slide your knuckles to the floor. Exhale, fold, ribs to thighs, drop your head. With a little bit of a bend in the knees, it allows you more access to lifting your sitting bones. So bend your knees and stick your butt out. Rock a little bit of weight forward in your toes. Drop your head like crazy. Relax your neck and your face. Take one more breath here. And release your hands on the exhale. Place them close to the BOSU and step back to your short downward facing dog. The reason that I like to have the BOSU on the mat is so it doesn't slip around on the floor. So if you don't need the mat underneath your BOSU, it's all good. Just accommodate. Things are feeling more neutral now, so let's take the left leg up, bend the knee, and open the hip to scorpion. Now on this side, my left shoulder likes to start to roll open with the hip. I'm going to keep those shoulders squared off, otherwise it's not a twist. Take an inhale, lift your gaze, shift forward, cheetah. Bring your knee to your nose, squeeze your core. And then look at the BOSU and step your left foot through. And I'm going to use my hand to hop my left foot up into the appropriate position. My hands on the BOSU, now my back foot. Slowly, mindfully set myself up here for successful and stable transition. Feel the feet, feel the legs, abdominals in, the light in the heart space. And as I come up, I'm breathing. Inhaling, maybe hands to the knee. Just take your time. Establish. Inhale, sweep your arms. Yeah, this is that wobbly side. So back foot, push up high on the toes. You want to strengthen even the arches of your feet, the calf muscles. Stay low in your left thigh. Just your back foot on an inhale, turn it out. Warrior two. Going to take a moment here, maybe smudging the feet around a little bit, so that you can effectively roll your thighs apart without clenching your hips. Come down into that left leg. Keep the right pinky toe reaching and firmly planting. Keep the legs, flip your palms, sweep the ceiling, peaceful warrior. Gazing down your right leg so you can crawl down. Rolling your left shoulder back and bending your left knee a little bit more. Take a deep breath here in peaceful warrior. And without moving the pelvis, exhale, side angle pose. That means just the rib cage is coming up and over the left leg. Your pelvis is still just like warrior two. Your left arm and shoulder strength are helping you roll the thigh out more. With your right arm straight up, dial the thumb down for the half bind, bringing the hand all the way back, around towards the left inner leg. Breathing here for 3. Keeping that back leg straight, knee locked out for 2. Shorten your stance, 2 steps, heel toe your right foot in. So slow and mindful, inhale, lift your shoulders, straighten your left leg. And take your left arm up high. You're gonna crawl those happy right fingers down halfway past your calf muscle. And push your left foot and big toe into the BOSU as you reach away. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, take all that left side body space with you. Trikonasana triangle pose. Left hand comes down for some support. What you're trying to do here is not how low can you get the shoulders, but can you make a straight line with your spine from the pelvis to the top of the head. So that requires me to point my sacrum, right, that triangular part of my spine, the tailbone, straight back like an arrow. And that pulls the left side of my waist into a longer line. Roll your chest a little open to the sky, right shoulder back. Abdominal muscles still hugging in so that you're properly directing your breath. Lean your shoulders back on an inhale. Nice and easy, guys. Exhale, bringing your hands to frame out your left foot. Bring a bend to your left knee. Your back foot, the right foot. You're going to walk it in a little bit and off to the right side for a pyramid variation. Left foot flat, legs straight. Inhale, point my sitting bones straight back and lift them up, heart forward. Exhale, fold. Keep spilling the inner thighs way up and back behind you, as if someone's pulling your sacrum up towards the sky, away from the roots of your left big toe. You can stay here in this pyramid variation or walk up onto your fingertips and revolve the triangle. Without moving the pelvis, just turning the upper body, shoulders to the left, twist. All those little shivers and wobbles that you feel in your ankles, knees, hips, maybe spine, whatever, wherever you're feeling it, is where you need it. Or waking up some new tissue this morning. Take an inhale. And exhale, lower your left hand and pause. Setting up for warrior one, similar stance, maybe slightly wider, right foot out. Bend your left knee, abdominals in, point your sitting bones back and slightly lift it. Just begin the back bend here at the lumbar spine. As you come up, you're wrapping your vertebra around a big beach ball behind you, and you're extending the arms up, and the hands move back to create a longer line in your back bend. Feel your feet, and then slide your hands, palms behind the head. Lift your chin, elbows high, rib cage is lifting and spreading open like an accordion. All right, you want to stretch the tissues between the bones of the ribs so you can breathe deeper. Take an inhale, lift your head, arms out wide, thumbs down. Exhale, hands behind you, left thumb on top, and release your fingers. With your left leg, bend the knee a little more, and then push off the BOSU, landing on the floor. Bring your feet just hips distance apart. On an inhale, slide your knuckles down, lift your chest, keep the soft into the knees as you fold, and drape your ribcage over your thighs. Let the head drop. And as the knuckles begin to come up and over and you turn your arms in more, you're going to let the shoulder blades drop towards the ears so your lat muscles, your back muscles are stretching. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, release your hands. Just come up to a half lift. We're going to move the BOSU, right? Bend your knees. And scoot the BOSU more towards the center of your mat. And I'm going to start on my right side, facing you. I'm actually going to keep facing you, so I'm going to switch sides on the other side, just bring my head to the other end. Now this center of the BOSU, the high part of the bubble, might go right there at the smallest part of your waist. So I'm going to bring my right forearm and elbow down underneath my right shoulder. And then make sure that my hips are up on this, wherever I can, to roll my hips to a stacked position and straighten my legs. There we go. It's all right to move around a little bit, find that spot for you. Now, my legs are straight, my feet are stacked, hips and shoulders. So what not to do is lean back or lean forward and roll down towards your front, your bottom hand. So keep your shoulders stacked, your neck long, push away from the floor, legs straight, lift both legs up and hold it there. Keep your legs together. Drop the feet down and lift your feet up. Lower and lift. You're going to feel the side body. Lower and lift. Keep your knees and feet together and keep your rib cage, shoulders and head coming up away from the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, Hold your next one up. Keep the legs up, but your top leg, take it a little higher and lower it down. Lift and lower. Do it again, but roll your top up a little forward. Here we got 5. And down. 4. And down. Both legs are still lifted. 3. And 2. Last one. Lift, lower, and rest. You're just going to turn onto your belly. You might want to watch me first. So I'm going to come on here so that my hips and knees, right, my knees are on the ground, and my chest, right, I can wrap my chest, but I can also lift it up. So let's start right here, knees down, fingertips to the ears, keep your pubic bone and knees down. Wrap the front body around the BOSU, and then lift on the exhale, look forward. Inhale as you lower, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 6. And down. And lift. 5. And down. 4. And lower. 3. And lower. You're strengthening your back muscles. This is 2. We have an add-on for this last one here, so hold it up at the top. You're just staring at the edge of your mat, so the chin is back to the curve. Stretch your arms out wide. Turning your palms towards the sky. On an inhale, reach your arms straight up beside your ears. Exhale wide, keep them out. Do it again, stretch way up and out of your back. Exhale, reach out wide apart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower. One more only. Inhale. And exhale, elbows down. You're going to scoot forward on the BOSU so that your pubic bone is on the top. And my legs, my knees can float up. So I'm on my elbows like a forward plank, and you can wrap your hands like a fist, interlacing your fingers. And you're just going to stare there at your thumbs and straighten your legs, point your toes. And then just your left leg. Lift your left leg, and then switch. Right, left, right, left. Try to keep your knees locked out. 5 and 5. 4 and 4. 3 and 3. 2 and 2. 1, both up. Hold it here. And relax. We're not done just yet. We're going to do the full locust pose here on the BOSU. So I'm going to scoot back just an inch, and that's going to be a little different for everybody. But you're going to want to find that center point for weight balance so that I can lift my upper and lower body extremities. So I'm going to slide my fingertips out, spider up and look forward. Already using my strong back muscles to lift my chest. Point the toes, lift your legs, lift up the chest more, and then fly. Take the arms out. Thumbs up, belly in, breathing here for 3. Inhaling for 2. And rest. Elbows and knees down. You're going to face the camera again. Let's do the side body. So I'm going to turn, put my head at the foot end of the mat. Come back up onto the BOSU. Give me just a minute to find that sweet spot on this side. Very, very important, right? Just because we're working with the abdominals and the hips doesn't mean you don't want to pay attention to the upper body, because it's all connected. So with your hand, your forearm on the floor, you want to push up and away from the ground. All right, here we go. Both legs stacked and straight, lift them up and hold it. I have my hand on my waist. You can always place your hand on the BOSU or the floor. You can also take the arm up, reach up and lift up. With both legs together, bring them down and lift 8 and lower. Lift 7. Don't let your upper body move. 6. It's a very controlled movement. 5. If everything's moving, there's no stability. 4. Keep your top hip rolling a little forward. 3. Especially as you lower. 2. Hold this next one. Both legs up, stack. Hips a little forward. Your top leg only. Lift it up and lower. 8. Lift it up and lower. 7. Up and down. 6. Keep both legs and knees locked out straight. 5. 4. Roll the top hip more forward as you lift. 3. 2. Last one, hold it up. Squeeze your legs together for 3, 2, and rest. Let's have a seat on the BOSU facing the front of your mat. So I'm going to sit just a little bit below. I call that little sticker a button, just for the sake of finding the right word. So I keep my thumb there and I scoot back until I feel, or maybe just some fabric of my yoga pants right there. So when I roll back and tuck under, my tailbone will be flat right on that little button. So I'm going to start with my feet a little wider, pop up on my toes, my hands in front of my knees, and I'm going to scoop and make a C with my spine and my pelvis. I'm just going to allow my spine to stretch and curl. So my toes are on the floor, staying down. My hands are here and my arms are hanging back, stretching, so I can feel my spine in flexion, lengthening. So now without losing any of that, you can bring one knee up and then the other to tabletop. So you're no longer using arm strength, and maybe you can take your arms straight forward to match your shins. And you can always bring your fingertips down to the BOSU, or you can keep your feet down on the floor. But yes, this is what we're doing. All those tiny little wobbles and movements require you to hug in different ways to recruit your core muscles, your postural muscles, your breathing accessory muscles. A little different with each movement. So just a few more breaths here. Breathing for 4. And 3. Inhaling for 2. And slowly roll down. Very good. I'm going to turn around and slide my BOSU all the way to the back. And then I'll lie down and put my feet up on the BOSU. Now, the reason that we use the BOSU, whether it's this side or, of course, as you know, we can flip it over and turn it on that side. Wouldn't be such a great idea here with this practice, but there are things you can do like that. But the whole point is to create an unstable environment so that your body has to respond in a specific way. And it changes up patterns, right? So even just by placing our feet on there, it changes the way that the body responds to the pose. So let's do Urdhva Dhanurasana. If you don't have wheel in your practice, you can take Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose. So set up your feet on the BOSU, hips distance apart. Now what's going to happen is when you lift up and you become weight bearing in your feet, your heels are going to dig in and your toes are going to get light. So that's your job. Keep the weight even in your feet as you press into your back bend. All right. Place your hands, arch your back, ground your feet and take an inhale. On the exhale, lift up. Big toes down. I can even roll a bit, right? Lifting my heels and then placing the heels back down. Pushing into the feet to lift the heart. Wherever you are, 5 more breaths. And 4. Breathing for 3. And 2. Beautiful job. Take one more inhale. And exhale. Slowly lower. Bring your hips down. Keep your feet on the BOSU, knees together. The spine lengthen. You can close your eyes here. Take just a break. As soon as my feet felt that unstable surface, it took my brain a second, right, to say, oh no, you can still push into your feet. All right, let's do this. Hands down beside you. Walk your left foot to the center. Take your right leg straight up. Now I need to extend the right knee. That means engage the quadricep and flex your foot, fan the toes, so all the muscles of your leg are hugging the bones. Now, without rounding your spine, push into your left foot and your shoulders, lift your butt straight up, and push your right heel towards the ceiling. Now touch your butt down and lift it up. Down and lift. Come down, push the right foot up, 5. Push up, 4. 3. 2. Hold this one up. Point the toe, let the leg come forward and lift. Lower and lift. Down. 6 and 5. 4. Great mobility. 3. Keep the hips lifted. 2. Last one. Right leg up, hips high, and lower the hips. Bring your right foot down. And just reorganize, right? Just scoot my spine, feel the pelvis level. That allows the energy of that left leg to settle some. And bring my right foot towards the center, find that spot. And then bring my left leg straight up. I want to feel the quadriceps, the calves. So flex the heel, the toes, squeeze the knee. Right, when I say squeeze the knee, I mean muscularly engage around the knee. So the thigh and the calf muscle. All right, here we go. Right foot down, back slightly arched. Pushing the left foot up, inhale, squeeze your butt up off the floor. Exhale, butt down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Good, keep that left leg very straight, 6. And down. Hold, 5. And lower. Lift, 4. And down. 3. And down. 2. You're pushing up with the left foot. Hold it high and point your left toe. Keep your butt lifted, lower the left leg. And lift, 8. Inhale, exhale, lift, 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one, lift it up, hold it up, and come all the way down. Feet together on the BOSU. Drop your knees apart. Close your eyes. Allow your legs, your hips to rest. Your thigh bones, your femur bones are the heaviest bones in your body. So let them feel heavy. The bones are heavy, they'll drag to the floor. Gravity helps, so you don't have to squeeze out. And turn your palms open, close your eyes. And just feel yourself soften in. Allow your mat to hold you. All of that instability, all that extra challenge. Now things can settle. You can slow it all down. On your next inhale, bring your feet flat onto the BOSU. Bring your right flexed foot up over your left knee like the figure 4. So your right knee's gonna roll away from your shoulder. Keep your tailbone flat and bring your legs up. Take your hands around your left thigh. Now with my arms around my left thigh, I'm not gonna pull and bend my elbows. I'm actually gonna keep my tailbone very flat and let the energy of my legs move away from me. Shoulders back and down. And you might be good here. This might be your pigeon today, or if you want something a little deeper, you can take the hands to your right foot and leg, lower the left foot. And you can keep bringing it closer. You can even bring your forearms all the way and cradle it. Or you can take your left bicep to the arch of your right foot and wrap your hands around your shin, your lower right leg, and just pull it in nice and close. My right shin is parallel to my collarbones. Even as you bring that right leg close, you're still pressing the bottom end of the tailbone of the sacrum flat towards the floor. You want those two ends to reach away from each other. And everybody, using your right peace fingers, you're going to hook yogi toe lock, your right big toe. And then just take that left arm out to the left and push your right leg up. The knee does not have to be straight, right? So I can push my heel up, and push my hip down, and as that leg goes forward, I feel all that lengthening happening. So it can be helpful sometimes to close the eyes so you don't judge it. Just feel it. What's important is that space, that expansion, the pliability and breath, right? Not the straightening at all. In fact, just because you can't straighten your knee doesn't mean you should. Like I can, but I actually get more when I bend and bring my pelvis into a more aligned position. Take a nice big breath in here as you push that right heel away. And exhale, lower your right foot to the BOSU. To the other side, bring the left flex foot up and over for the figure four. I'm already going to roll the left knee away before I even lift my other foot. So I'm already setting up. Hands, I'm going to wrap around my right leg as I lift it to tabletop. And I find that healthy integration, appropriate letting go and relaxing. Pressing the sacrum towards the floor, pressing the thighs away from the chest, both of them. Even my left thigh is rolling out away from my shoulder. You can stay here, this is a great variation. Or you can grab your left lower leg and foot with your hands, bring the right foot down. That's nice. You can also bring it closer with your forearms. Things change a bit. Or I'm going to take my right bicep into the arch of my left foot. Oh, this is that side for me. So I'm not going to try to match it. I'm just going to try to align it. Because even just bringing the proper lines, I feel a lot. Some of those old injuries and habitual posture. But I get excited when I find those spots in my body because that's what we're doing, right? We're looking for those, those more vulnerable areas of the body that haven't gotten as much attention. They're stagnant. You're sleeping, waking it up. Now you take your left peace fingers, right? Your first and second digit together. So yogi toe lock around your left big toe. And take the right arm out to the right and just push the left heel up towards the ceiling. And then without straightening the knee first, I want to situate my waist even on both sides, my pelvis down, my heel pushing forward, and then I can work with the space I'm trying to create in my left side. Keep your left big toe locked and bend your left knee to the left and bring your right foot up. And instead of holding the toes, go ahead and grab the arches of your feet for a happy baby. Press your butt down, pull the knees to the side, rock a little. As you rock to the right, pull the right knee to the floor. And as you rock to the left, pull the left knee to the floor. You might like to grab those big toes and just push your feet out apart. Enjoy that nice inner thigh stretch. breath in. And on the exhale, you're going to bring your calf muscles up onto the BOSU. Let your feet roll apart, flatten your back, and take your arms out wide, palms open, fingertips curling up in relaxation. Adjust your head and shoulders and close your eyes. And enjoy just a few minutes all to yourself. Shavasana. And keep your eyes low or closed, and just bring your feet flat on the BOSU. And roll just off to the side for a moment so that you can press yourself up to a cross-legged seat facing me. As you stack yourself well, bring your hands to heart center, close your eyes, and softly bow your chin. Honoring that intelligent, intuitive place inside each of us. Thank you for joining me today for BOSU Flow. I look forward to practicing with you again next time. Take good care. Namaste.